Hey folks, welcome to my new video. So in today's video I'm going to travel to Abbeyleix, then I'm going to have a stopover in Portlaoise to head towards Carlow. So my purpose of heading towards Carlow is that I'm going to be comparing to two buses that go from Abbeyleix to Carlow. Well, three buses, because I'm going to have to get the local link 858 around 20 to 10 to meet the Bus Eireann bus in Portlaoise. Though mainly they'll be using coaches, so they do. Whether it's the low entry coach or the actual Scania coach. I think the low entry one is a Volvo SP3 and the Scania coach is a Scania Century, so it is. Also, I bought myself a new camera, so I did. So I'll give you details about that later on in the video. But I bought it from MBP, so I did, which is very reliable second-hand shop. I always go with MBP Europe, where any gear I buy comes from Germany to Ireland, rather than buying from the UK and all that, with the longer wait so I would if I bought from MBP in the UK. So best thing to do is always get from Europe rather than the UK. So before we get started, I'm going to pop into the shower, and while I'm having a shower you're going to watch the intro. So sit down, relax and enjoy the video, and I'll see you in Abbeyleix.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to chat to you there now because the bus is after passing by me and he's dead early, so I'm going to try and cross in here because if I don't hurry up I'm going to miss this bus. Looks like I might make that bus after all. Barely.
A few moments later.
Right, so I'm off the bus there now. My God, I was really lucky to catch that bus, so I was. I didn't record the journey this time around because I was facing passengers rather than the window, so I didn't want to record them, like, to respect their privacy. So I'm heading towards Supermax to have a coffee, then just chill out for a little bit and talk to you there. And then after that, then I'm going to head straight to the bus stop around after 10:30 and wait for the number 73 bus. So look, it's a nice day for travelling, so it is. I was there thanking the couple that was in front of me. Literally, I was actually thanking them because only for them now I would have been left behind and I would have had to get the lift to bring me all the way to Portlaoise there rather than to Abbeyleix. But to be fair now, the bus was early, so he was, which is good and a bad thing because If you're stuck in traffic, well, then you have a problem. So the first bus I got cost me about £3. Now I saw a sign where it said the price went up, but nope, according to the driver, it's still €3, always €3. Though if you pay my card, it's $2.50, so it is. Right, time to make an order there. Right, so I'm sitting down here now in Supermax. So I already got my skinny, not skinny latte, normal latte. Normally I get skinny latte or flat white, but this time it's just normal latte. I'm just queuing out for the bus there in case it's early. Like if the bus comes or if it's in sight, I'm not sure if they're using the low floor coach or low entry coach, whatever they call it, or the normal coach. But if everyone comes now, like if it's in my sight, I'm going to have to get up and run for it. And hopefully now there'll be someone there that'll hold the bus up, which I doubt that'll be the case for this bus, but my God, only for that couple now, like my day would have been cancelled before it even started, which would have been frustrating, so it would have been. So I'm going to tell you, or hint you, what camera I got. It uses an RF mount, so it's one of the RF cameras. So it's one of them. The spec sheet on it is similar to my Canon 5D Mark IV. This camera only has one SD card, so I'm going to keep that for like photo shoots, nightlife, street photography, and short christenings. However, longer events I've used in the 5D Mark IV since that's got 2 SD card slots, and I'm still using the other normal SD card for the 5D Mark IV's backup, which is why I bought a new SD card. So I'm not taking out the one that's in the 5D Mark IV, because it's always handy to have backup in case anything goes to shit on one SD card. The best thing about it though, at least it's more lightweight, and the reason why I got one of the older cameras is because of it uses an LP6 battery, which I have about 3 of them, well now 4 once that camera arrives. So it's now just 20 past 10, so I'm going to be leaving here in about 10 minutes to make my way towards the bus stop. There's something about I love sitting down here having a coffee and just watch the world go by. I just love it. Just watching like cars, like lorries, buses and all passing by, and watching people passing by too. Like that's what I love about sitting down here now in this section, like all the way back, because it just passes time and I don't have to worry about listening to what's going on in the news and all that. I'm just distracted here at the moment, which is why I'm not looking at the camera. Oh yeah, no look, you cannot beat that. So I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes here, watch the world go by, and I'll see you when I'm on my way to the bus stop. So what my plans in Carlow is, before I sit down and watch the world go by, and so just have a quick wander about, because I'm only about an hour, so I don't have much time, so I don't have time to go to the park up the road, or the 4 Lakes Retail Park. So absolute no chance going up there. So basically just have a quick wander around, maybe Barrack Street, Tulla Street. All depends on how much time I have, and maybe get a quick bite at the Dinnery Hotel. So I might stop at the Dinnery Hotel first, and then after that then have a quick wander about into town. It all depends on how much time I have, because I'm going to leave about 20 to 1 or something like that, 20 to quarter to 1, just to make sure I'm in time at Barrack Street, in case this bus is early or something like that. Right, let me drink a coffee, watch the world go by, and I'll see you all in a few minutes. Right, so I'm on my way to the bus stop there now. I still have my coffee in my hand. There's a good few people now at that bus stop, most likely waiting for the green bus, mainly known as Dublin Coach. So that's scheduled to be around 10:30 or depart at 10:30. Well, hopefully they're waiting for the green bus, because well, normally this bus should be pretty quiet. So like if it is quiet, well, at least I have plenty of options. It feels good not to be rushing around this time, unlike about an hour ago. Well, that was a really like big scare, so it was. So yeah, that bus down there sitting at that bus stop, I think he's getting ready to go now to pick up the passengers. To be fair, he's a bit late, but look, at least he's going to be on his way right now. Well, by late, it's only, well, a couple of minutes late, so it's gone a little bit chilly now, so it has, well, it's not too cold. Looks like the coach they're using is the Mercedes-Benz Turismo. You see down there in the distance. And coming up behind it is the PL2 bus. So yeah, that coach is a bit late departing, but not too late anyway. Normally it would be a lot longer than that, but yeah, look, it should be there in the next couple of minutes, but that's not my bus. Though my bus runs late too, but hopefully not too late. Right, there's too many people here, so I'll see you when I'm on the bus. Or coach more like.
Mortgage is 2 cars in a house, and we're keeping the house white. And you know what? Half on.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Sam.
Right, so I've just arrived in Carlow. Just waiting for this bus now to pass by. Yeah, it's only past there. So behind me is the toilets, which is very handy if you're waiting for a bus and like you're dying to go to the toilet before you go on whatever bus journey you're going on. So right now I'm just here in Barrack Street, and right in front of me, in the distance, if you take a right turn, it's Fairgreen Shopping Centre. But I don't have time to go there, so instead I'm going to the one across the road, which is called Carlow Shopping Centre. So right now I'm going to head into that shopping centre and let you have a look inside, because it is a nice looking shopping centre, so it is. And then after that, then I'm going to head to the Dinnery and get a quick bite and have a little browse around before I come back here to get the 822 bus. Though I'm not getting off home, I'm getting off Abbeyleix. Then I get the one around 3:20 back home, because I'm doing this route as a circuit, so I am. I think I mentioned that earlier, I'm not sure. But if I did, I'll put down below, so I will. It's very busy now with traffic, so it is. Now, I took photos here before, a while ago. I took them on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which was back in 2021. And though I did put up the photos around 2022, and I used an old Canon M50, so I did. I might do street photography here someday. Don't know when, but we'll wait and see what happens, because look, all you need is an hour if you're doing street photography or something like that. But if you're doing other stuff like shopping and all that, well, you need like more time, so you do. So I'm going to swap over to my phone coming into the shopping centre, because I'm not sure what to like with video recording. But I'm going to swap to my phone just in case if they are strict. Now I swapped over to my phone, so I have. So not only that, I want to use the 0.5, so I do. So you can have a look at this big building here. My god, that's a cool looking building, so it is. So there's Mr. Price, where Super Quint and Super Value and Pennies used to be. There's quite a few shops close down here, so there's. Back here now there used to be a cafe, which I think the cafe used to be called Cafe Del Monde at one point, and then after that it used to be called Nichols, which is right here. It'd be nice now if there's another cafe coming in there, so you can sit down and have a little coffee or a quick bite to eat. But I hope this shopping centre doesn't ever shut down, because it is a nice looking shopping centre, so it is. Ah sure, look, it's nice to have an anchor tenant here for the first time since Pennies and Super Value. But yeah, it's a bummer to see a lot of shops closed down there. But look, at least you can get your hair done in Peter Mark. I think there's one up by Fairgreen, I'm not sure, but I'll have a look at the directory and let you know down below. There's a former iDevice shop. I'm not sure if it's closed for good or not, but this used to be Tracks once upon a time and Golden Discs. And I think that's a former ATM machine. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, I'm going to get a photograph of this building there with a 0.5, and then I'm going to make my way towards the Dinnery Hotel. So yeah, that was Carlow Shopping Centre, that was. Now, I know I recorded my iPhone because I wasn't sure how strict they are using this type of camera in this building. But look, I showed you as much as I could. And only that, I needed a 0.5, so I did to record what I need to get inside that shopping centre. I forgot to give my thoughts about the bus ride. It costs about, I think it was a $6.30 or $6.50, around that price range, which is cheap enough. So I paid one way, no return. So I don't know how much it will cost for a return. And only that, I'm not getting that bus back home and getting the 822. I'm going to cross over now and let you have a look at this fountain here. Unfortunately it's not turned on, but I'll let you have a look at it anyway. It's a very popular hangout spot, so it is. Normally now the water does be on when I do be here, but it's a bummer that it's not. But it still looks nice though. And then over there you have McDonald's, Pizza Max, which must be new here, because I think that used to be a pharmacy. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. That's the pharmacy there on the right hand side. My correction there. And Candy Cloud, I think that was Extra Fish at one point, or maybe the nail and spa shop. Well, one of them is Extra Vision anyway, which is our version of Blockbuster. So it's 10 to 12, so yeah, I won't be here for too long, so I won't be Over there is the barracks. I actually like the entrance, I do. I don't know when they're open, but I was there a couple of times before, and I was here a few times during rag week. Last time I was there, I was about 23 or 24. Last time I was there, when Segala was playing. So yeah, haven't been there in years, so I haven't. There used to be a diner here now, somewhere along here. I'm not sure which one is which, but it was a diner or a restaurant or something like that. Used to go in after when the foundry closed around 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. I cannot remember which one was which, but I remember I used to go there absolute piss drunk, so I did. So right here is Tulla Street, and opposite the road of me is the Foundry, the Dinnery and the Tower and Brooks. So that's where I'm going to get something to eat. Now so I am. Back then there used to be a Wetherspoons, so there was, called the Tully Inn next to Shaw's. Unfortunately they closed down, according to a few friends of mine. I don't have time to go up there to have a look, but we'll wait and see when I'm finished. But again, as I said, I'm going to Dinnery to get something to eat there. But before that, I'm going to show you the entrance to the Foundry, which is right here. Well, that's the way I went in, up the stairs. It's a massive nightclub, so it is. It's been, what, 10 years? Well, sorry, 9 years since I was last there, 2017. Right, I'm going to swap over to my phone now, in case there's any restrictions on video recording, so I'm going to swap over to my phone. Right, so I got my food. I'll let you have a quick look at there. So I got the roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding and breasted chicken, which looks nice, and a bit of gravy over it. Right, that was the Dinnery. So what? The carvery starts around 12 p.m, so it does. The food is really nice, staff is friendly, especially the guy who served me. He was dead sound, so he was. The only downside is that he's a Man United fan. That's the only flip side. I'm only joking. I know, he's really, really sound, so he was. So it's 12, so about 5-10 minutes now to spend about Barrack Street before I head back to the bus station, or well, bus stop, or whatever you call it, in Barrack Street. So I'm going to show you the Tully Inn and also Scragalley's. Scragalley's used to be a pretty big pub, so it did. I think it's one level now, according to a person who lives here told me. Another place I used to go to was Tully's Bar, every now and then during rag week. So this is Scragalley's here. Used to be 3 stories, so I used to be able to go up all the way up there. Looks small on the outside, but my god, it was massive on the inside. So it was. The people here are pretty polite, so they are. Like, quite a few of them say hello and all that, passing by, like, never ignored or anything like that. Very friendly, so they are. So I'll let you have a look now at the Wetherspoons here. So this was called the Tully Inn, I believe it was. Oh no, sorry, the Tullow Gate, sorry. It's called the Tullow Gate. I just saw the name there. So my apologies for getting the name wrong. But yep. This was the Tullow Gate, which is run by Wetherspoons. And there's a vehicle coming, so I'll make off this road here. And over there was Tully's Bar, which is very popular for rag week, along with Scragalley's, which is the blue bar next to Shaw's. Your Joint now is another place that's been hit. So, yep, all your joints are gone now, unfortunately, because one in Portlaoise is also shut down. Though there's no surprise trying to dig at them, so there isn't at that your joint back. I like the one back in Portlaoise. Here's a question for you here now. There's a travel agent across the road called Tully's Travel. We have one here in Portlaoise too. Do you book online or do you book in travel agents? Let me know down below. So it's now 12:30, so it is. So I'm going to head to the bathroom quickly now at the Dinnery Hotel, and I'm going to head straight to the bus stop. See you in a minute.
A few moments later.
Right, so back out of the bathroom there now. It's customer only, but luckily I was customer about, well, less than an hour ago, so I was. But once again, staff absolute friendly. Highly recommend this place, so I do, because how friendly the staff are. So if the owner's watching, hats off to your staff. Excellent people, so they are. It's now 1:25, so it is, so I'm going to have a quick sit down, relax at the fountain for a couple of minutes, and then after that I'm going to head back to the bus station. Actually, I'm going to head to the Candy Cloud shop instead. I'll let you have a look there. It's right next to McDonald's, which if I couldn't use the bathroom in the hotel, I would have went to McDonald's instead, which is on my path on the way to the bus station. But I won't be video recording in there, and if video recording was prohibited in the hotel, my apologies to the staff and the owner. But yeah, no, once again, they're lovely people. So this is waiting to get across there now, and I'll see you all when I finish inside that shop there. Right, so I'm back out of that shop there. Just only got a small bar, I don't know where I put it. It's in the front pouch there. One of these ones. Never had them before now. Only had the Twix version and the Milky Way one. So I did, which are really nice. So I'm going to look forward to that when I'm having my coffee when I get home. Tell you the truth, the weather is really nice, so it is. So it's just heading towards now 1:45. So the bus is not scheduled to leave till about another 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, or sorry, 25 minutes. So I'll leave here about just a few minutes, and then I'm going to chill at the bus stop and watch the world go by. It might be a little bit away for the bus, but look, it's better be early than late. So a while back when I was a beginner photographer, I was doing long exposure here, so I did exactly at that separate crossing there, and just right at the bridge there, that's where I did do a few light trails of the vehicles passing by. So just up around that area at where Penny's is. So while I'm sitting here now, I'll give you a fun fact about where the bus I got from Portlaoise to here originally came from. It came from Athlone from Monday to Friday and Saturdays, and on Sundays it comes from Longford all the way down to Waterford, with Portlaoise as one of its stops, and Carlow too. And then after Carlow, it'd be heading towards Paulstown, Kilkenny, Thomastown and Mullinavat, and then straight on towards Waterford. So good long journey for the driver now, assuming they don't switch over or they take a break at one of the towns. Back then they used to take breaks at Stradley, but he didn't take a break at Stradley this time around. There's an alarm going off there now for some reason. I don't know what triggered the alarm. It wasn't me. So right now it is just 10 to 1 there now, so I'm going to head back down the Bark Street towards the bus stop, because, well, better early than late. It's getting a little breezy now, so it is. It was a little bit chilly in Portlaoise, but it's after getting a little bit warmer. Well, it's gone over there now. I don't know what went on over there. Sounds like somebody here now when there's a wedding going on or something like that. There's still a bit beeping going on there now. Now, whoever it was now doing that, he has a nice car. I'm not going to say what the car is or give away details, but nice looking car. But there's one thing I'm going to show you at the opposite side of the road, is the old Ken Black's shop. I'm not sure if KP still stands for Ken Black's, but I know the main one is out on the, well, Ballin Road, heading towards Enniscorthy. I forgot to mention now, back in Portlaoise, there is another way to Carlow from Portlaoise, but you had to change over in Kildare due to Carlow is on the Waterford line, and you had to change over in Kildare town to catch a train. And last time I did that, going to Kilkenny, because Kilkenny is one of the stops. Well, it's a bit of a long wait, about an hour and a half. There's one thing now this town has in common with Portlaoise, well, two actually. It's that you have a two-way system street, and you have a one-way system street with Tullow Street, and you also have a bus service, except this one's called CW1 and CW2, I think, except these ones are under Bus Eireann, while the ones in Portlaoise are under City Direct, I think, which is a Galway company. Not only that, everything is right at you, so it is. They have everything right at you: bars, pubs, restaurants, and a hotel too. So quite similar to Portlaoise, and the shopping centres are really the opposite of each other, because there's one behind me there, Carlow Shopping Centre, and the one up ahead is Fairgreen. So it is. So you don't have to go far. It's like the shopping centre and the Kyle Centre. They're the opposite of each other, so they are. I don't think they allow video recording in that shopping centre, so they don't. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't go in there. Well, I might video record the outside because I'm in a public area, but like inside, the mall part. Like, if you look at the catch a train, this one is further up the road, a little bit further walk if you're in here rather than Portlaoise town. However, that's the old N9. which leads up towards I think Naas. Only goes as far as to Naas, while this direction goes up towards Waterford. So it does, because that's the direction my bus went towards after I got off. So yeah, I made decent time, 50 minutes to spare. And look at this sign, Portlaoise. But this time I head towards Abbeyleix, and then after that back home. And here's one of the town buses that pass through here. So like I said, these ones are under Bus Eireann, and our ones are under City Direct back in Portlaoise. I think there's only two as well, just like the Portlaoise ones. And also Kilkenny has a their own bus service too, which is under the same company as Swans and Portlaoise. The only difference was Kilkenny got theirs first. I think they're KK1 and KK2. So I'm at the bus station there now. So I'm going to be walking down a little bit further, because I don't be video recording people here, because there's a good few, so despite I'm in the public area. But look, I don't want to give a bad impression to them. Cheers, Jordan, fancy seeing you here.
Very scary.
Right, so I'm off the 822 bus there now in Abbeyleix. So I just completed the circuit. Right now I have to wait for the, well, I think it's 3:25. I'll have to get the leaflet out of my bag there and let you know down below. So what I think of the two bus services, well, they're both good and reasonably priced. One is what, $6.50 or something like that, I kind of forget. But the other one is €5. So it cost me €5 to get from Carlow to here, and it's a little cheaper by card. So it is. In my opinion now, there's no winner between two bus services from here to Carlow. So there is a couple of disadvantages on the number 73 bus, because there is an extra cost getting the local link from here to Portlaoise, also having to change over too. The main advantage is that they go more at suitable times, so they do. Like they leave about 20 to 10 and then 10 to 11 from Portlaoise, so I can sit down and have a coffee in between at Supermax. And the main disadvantage is I have to get a lift here to meet the 20 to 10 bus. So like if you're getting the 822 bus, no need to change over into like that, but it really depends on what time you're going at, really. That's what it is. So personally, I'll put this down as a draw. So right now I have about 20 minutes left here in Abbeyleix before I leave around 3 p.m. to get the 822 bus back home. Because like I said, the reason why I want to get off in Abbeyleix on that bus is to complete the circuit from here to Carlow. Right now I'm going to Daily Dose Cafe and grab a quick coffee there and then head straight to the bus stop. So Wakey.
Stephen, how are you?
How are yourself?
I'll be back up to you now in a second.
No problem, take your time, I'm in no rush. Can I get a flat white there, please?
For regular?
Large there, please.
For the extra shot then, yeah?
Yeah, please, there.
A few moments later.
Right, so I got me flat white there. I can see the A58 bus there now at the traffic lights in the distance. I'll let you have a look when it comes closer. That's the one I got in this morning, the one I almost missed. But luckily for that couple now, well, today would have been cancelled. So what time is it now? It's just past 3 p.m, so that bus is a little bit early. But I'd say it won't pull up till about, well, 3:05, so it won't. So right now, I'm heading to that bus stop myself. I can get that bus that I just got off a few minutes ago. On my way home, so I am. He should be here now 3:25, but I'll be there early, just in case. Right, so here's the 858 bus there now. Well, sorry, it's actually 828, my apologies there. That's the one from Carlow. So it's the same driver. Well, they're under the same company, JJ Kavanagh and Sons. So what I might do now when I get home is have a nice pint of Guinness, but, well, I can't focus on that yet. Still need to get to the bus stop. Fun fact, in Ireland, you don't really get large flat whites. Well, in the cafe up there, I always get a large flat white. Well, I love my flat white, so I do. The only place now where I got a legit flat white is Australia, so it was. Back at the BP servo. Well, I know, like over here we call them service station, garages and all that, or filling stations, but in Australia they call them servos. It used to cost me about $8 for a tall flat white, so I did. I'm not sure if I'm going to end the video here at the bus stop or not, or end it when I get off my destination. Or you know what I might do? End the video here and record the journey home and then put you know, the outro from there. Let's see what happens. However, I'm not doing that yet because I'm not at the bus stop yet, so I'm not. Right, so here's the info on the 822 bus. So that's the stops it makes, and that's the one I'm waiting for, 15:25. Tell you what, I did enjoy today now, fairness now, really did. I'm going to summarize the two bus services properly. However, there is an extra charge on one of them, and that is the Bus Eireann number 73, because it's €3 from here to Portlaoise, which you have to get that to meet the Bus Eireann number 73. The local link on the other hand is only €5, so it is. So it's cheaper because there's no stopover, so there's not, unlike the Bus Eireann one. But however, this bus does go through a few towns and villages, so it does. So both have their advantages and disadvantages, so they do. But that's why I put it down as a draw, because they're both good, and it's really down to what time you're looking to go at. Like 11:30 or something like that, 11:25. Let's double check here now. It's 11:20. like, you're not going to get much time up on Carlow, so you're not. You want to get the one at 25 to 8 in the morning. You want to have a bit of time up there, but you're going to be a while up there. So that's where Bus Eireann has its advantage, so it does. So really it's up to you really. So both are good, and yeah, it's a draw. But I did enjoy that because you get nice scenery. Had nice banter on the way here, so I did, on the 822 bus. But on the number 73 there is nice scenery with the windy gap, the Rocket Down the Maze and all that. Also you're on a bigger bus, so you are. Though there wasn't too much legroom on that bus, but then again I'm a big fella, which doesn't help much. But I was able to stick on my knee out a little bit to make room, which luckily though that did work. And the legroom then was acceptable because it allowed a bit of room on my right knee. Though on the 822 bus I did have more legroom because I sat on the front row. But however, there's a lot less legroom if those two front seats are taken. So you need to be the first one on board if you want that leg space. So luckily I was first on board because it started off from Carlow and it terminates in Mountrath. And after that then it starts off from Mountrath, vice versa, and then terminates at Carlow. So the number 73 starts off at Athlone from Monday to Friday, and Saturdays and Sundays it starts off from Longford, going all the way to Waterford, and it goes through a few counties. It starts off from Longford, Sundays only, and then Monday to Friday and Saturdays starts off from Westmeath, Offaly, Laois, Carlow, Kilkenny and Waterford. That's a good long spin for the driver, so it is. But it's good to have them. And not only that, the 73 bus only runs twice a day, where you have more than 2 buses for the 822. I forgot to mention what the time is like. Well, the bus in was about, well, a couple of minutes late. Not that late, but only by a few minutes. And the local link was about 10 minutes late. And the local link from here to Portlaoise, well, he was early. Well, further ado, thanks so much for watching this video. Drop a like and a comment. I'm going to see you in the next video. And also, enjoy the journey home. Bye bye.